Needle arrows. Oh yes. I had discounted them because I didn't really know how stagger worked, or more specifically, re-staggering enemies. Usually when I fight locks, I just snipe them with wood arrows from up here if I'm using an archery character. And fulling berserkers as well, I would use frost arrows. Locks are resistant to frost, of course, so wouldn't do that. But now, I will use wood and fire at first if I want to cheese them with like a fine wood bow up on top of rock. Or if I'm trying to get this lad's aggro, come over here, get out of the Mistlands area. I'm not trying to fight a y'all in full root. But the way that staggering works and re-staggering is very, very cool. And I hadn't known this for the longest time, but re-staggering enemies is much easier than I'd ever thought. Basically, the staggering meter doesn't reset once you've staggered an enemy. There is a tiny grace period where you're trying to re-hit the enemy, and if you hit him with enough, I guess, physical or lightning damage that they would technically be re-staggered, they won't. They just... What are you doing? They just won't re-stagger. That's their little grace period. You know, it's like, it's a little bit of balance, a little bit of skill. Very good, Iron Gate. But 1 second later, they will regain, or they will lose 20% of that meter. It won't be reset, it'll just be down 20% in 1 second. So that means you can just spam physical stuff, and it will stagger them, and you will be able to re-stagger them. Well, I just killed that Lox because I had a lot of damage in it before. But fulling berserkers, it is very easy to stagger lock them with needle arrows, where I had originally thought it was impossible to. That's because I thought that staggering reset, and it does not. It only goes down 20% per second, and that's very, very easy to just fill it up real quick, even with underpowered gear. So, very, very good for re-staggering enemies. I'm going to stagger lock the hell out of this Lox. Yeah, beautiful. Love that. Love that. And yeah, needle arrows now are optimal. Well, they've always been optimal, I just didn't know it. Big mistake there. They are optimal against Lox and fulling berserkers. Frost arrows for pretty much everything else. I would definitely take frost arrows against starred berserkers all day. I'm actually going to go and aggro this fulling berserker just so that you guys know what I'm talking about. I use using the huntsman bow now, so that it's 4 meter aggro radius instead of 8, and I can just pick off this one guy. I'm going to stagger lock him. Yeah, he's dead. Super smooth, super simple. Love me some needle arrows now.